Sup guys, so I want to make a video about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind in terms of CS. Now that sounds a bit like airy-fairy and fluffy, but I think it's super important, and this video is kind of a reminder myself as well, because sometimes you can overthink in game, start thinking about your like micro instead of focusing on the macro and like what's actually happening in the game, getting too like self-centered in the game and thinking about yourself, not like helping your teammates. So I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So what is like kind of the subconscious, and like how can you use it to be good in CS? So basically what you want to do is like train consciously. So when you're doing your practice routines, which is like more of an extended routine, not a warm-up routine, they're two different things. You want to like basically, it's like plugging in a USB consciously, and then it's like downloaded into your brain, so then when you're playing you can subconsciously just do those actions. So for example, the donk slide or like peek, stop, react, or any of the concepts I like to talk about it in the course down below as well. But what you want to do is basically train subconscious by using conscious thought and action, so it basically becomes second nature. So why it's really good is in high pressure situations you can't really think too much. When you're playing at higher levels, there's no time to just think about anything, you kind of just have to play. And when you just say that, oh, you just have to play, what is it? It's your subconscious kind of brain kicking in, and there's different levels to it, because sometimes you can't like reach that state, which we call flow state. There's like different levels of flow state, but basically what you want to be able to do is train your conscious mind so that your flow states can be really good and like strong, right? Basically conscious thinking slows you down, and instinct will always kind of win you fights, right? So we want you to be in a subconscious kind of overview kind of brain when you're playing in games, but then when you're practicing you want to be consciously improving the things that you're not good at. What's up guys? If you're grinding CS2 and you feel like you're stuck or just not improving the way you want, this is for you. I put together a full course designed to help you hit 3k elo. As you guys know, I've spent years competing and coaching players at all levels. I've worked one-on-one with people who are hard stuck, and I've helped them break through by focusing on the stuff that actually matters. In this course I'll give you the super specific practical advice you need, like the optimal sensitivity range, a training routine, desk height depending on your sensitivity, optimal tone of voice so your teammates actually listen to you in your pug, and other specific stuff like this. We'll also cover how to set up your game optimally, mechanics, communication, everything you need to learn to be 3k elo. When I designed this course, I wanted to make it so I could just pretty much speedrun you to 3k elo as fast as I could. Basically get rid of a bunch of the trial and error that comes with it. It's pretty much everything I wish I knew when I was climbing, so go check it out in the description below. So the main mistake I've seen people make is that they think consciously in game, like thinking about how they're moving, like crouching, or they're not, like their crosshair placement's bad, or their aiming's bad, or if they're deciding like if their play is good meanwhile doing the play and being like scared. So one thing you'll notice, like the one difference I've noticed between like really good players and not so good players is just the fear. Like not good players will be like fearful of everything, right? They'll think there's a guy here, there's a guy there. It's like they don't understand that like the information they've given, there's like probably not a guy there. You don't need to clear that, and they kind of just know where players are, right? You get that feeling, and a lot of it comes down to fear. Like people are just fearful, like it's a video game, and people are like basically like scared in the game to like make plays or like move how their brain's telling them, and like that's not where we want you to be. So when you're making decisions, just let your brain to kind of think of things. Like I know when I'm playing, I'm sure this happens to you too, like you're at the start of the round and you have like a visualization of you like running through the molly main with a flash. It's like that's your brain telling you to do that for some reason, and I think it's good to just always listen to that. So that's why it's important to practice consciously, so when you're walking out at main you don't have to think about your movement or your aim or anything, because you've already practiced it, right? So even if like your subconscious is telling you you're just doing like dumbass shit and you're making like dumb plays, it's fine. Like what you want to do is just review your game. So like I always review all my games. I play professionally, so I watch all my like practices back, but if you're playing pugs and that kind of thing, it's still fine to watch your pugs back, even if you do super shit or you do good. Like just watch them back. You don't have to watch all of them back, but the ones that you feel like you could have improved on, and just note in your head afterwards about the play. Like watch like an overview and just have a look at, okay, I made this play because my brain said it, and then you work out like, why did I make that play? And then you'll work out, okay, no, I heard like two guys in cave, so I walked up B ramp on ancient. I didn't know why I did that before because I was kind of just playing, but that's why it's important to review. If you're right in the, while you're doing the play, thinking about all the micro and what you should be doing, that's just never going to work for you, right? You're never going to catch those timings, because CS, there's like little gaps everywhere. Think about CS, like there's little gaps like popping up everywhere, and you got to get in those pockets like right as they pop up, right? So as soon as you're like overthinking things, you'll just basically miss a bunch of those gaps. So what I've noticed, like a lot of the people who watch this, like they're smart people and they think a lot, right? It's similar to me. Like we like to think a lot about the game and how to play and how to be optimal, but then a lot of the time when you're actually in game, out of the game it's fine. Like when you're practicing, trying to get better, think about it as much as you want, it's great. But when you're in game, you shouldn't be thinking. You should just be playing off reaction and thinking about kind of what's happening in the game and the overview of it, like where people are playing, how they're playing, like is he missing his ramp molly so I can just like walk through it, like that kind of stuff, right? So consistency beats intensity. So I'd say small daily routines are better than super long infrequent sessions. So a lot of you guys kind of hop on for face on Saturday, and then Sunday you're tired, so then you don't play, and then you have work Monday or whatever like this. It's like just have consistency. So have like a routine that you do depending on how much time you have. If you're trying to be a pro or you just play on the weekends, like have some sort of routine before. So you have like a practice routine and then a warm-up routine. I have a bunch of videos explaining like what to actually do in those warm-up routines and practice routines, and people don't really talk about it in CS much, and they like undervalue it. Whereas like in other sports, like people are like training it in you know, in soccer they're doing like a bunch of drills like on the floor with the ball, like going around cones. F1 drivers like dropping the balls and trying to like catch them. But like in CS, people just like, oh yeah, just go Q-face it, right? Without actually doing any warm-up or anything. So it's like, it's an important part of your routine, and if you want to get better in CS. Next thing we talk about is like delusional confidence. So it's basically telling yourself you're like a super high level player, even if you're not there yet, until you get there. So one thing I do is just like, yeah, just basically tell yourself like, yeah, I'm like playing like tier 1 pretty much right now. And I'm just saying that in my head when I'm playing. This might be like, oh, I'm a 3k elo player, and you just basically develop like a new identity of like what you want to be. Because as soon as you like believe that in your head, you'll see like things will just start happening. Like same thing of saying like in your head, oh yeah, like I'm a lucky person, I'm a lucky person. You start noticing lucky things, and then more lucky things keep happening. You see like unlucky people. Maybe they are unlucky people because they actually believe they're unlucky, and they keep like, it's like a kind of a bias thing. You keep seeing unlucky things, so you feel like you're unlucky, whereas a lucky person sees all the lucky things and doesn't notice the unlucky things that are happening, which leads to usually more lucky things. So having delusional confidence and good self-talk is super important, and like just reinforcing that you're like, I'm like top tier rifle, I'm like 3k elo, I'm tier 1. It sounds like dumb, but like it super works. Like I've tried it, it's really good. And it basically aligns kind of your actions with your belief, and it like helps those kind of bridge together. So let's just talk about quickly getting in the flow state that we were talking about before. The best games happen when you're in flow state. I'm sure you've experienced it in one way or another, even if it's for a round or it's for like, you know, majority of your games, you'll feel it, and that's like what people get addicted to in gaming. That's why people like love this shit, right? Because you can just kind of like, you're not thinking about anything else in the world, you're just full focus and you're playing good, and your teammates like, oh shit, this guy's good, like wow. And this is what people get addicted to, right, in CS. So it's just, you're not overthinking, you're just chilling and you're flowing, you're in flow state. So a good way to enter it is like warm up, just activate your muscle memory, get a feeling for everything. And while you're like in warm-up, you can get into flow state. You're not thinking too much when you're in warm-up. You're just feeling the crosshair. You're not thinking too much about, you know, your movement or anything. You're just kind of getting a feel for the game, right? So one is like focusing round at a time. Everyone says, oh, focus round at a time, but it's actually super important. Not like spamming tab, looking at your score all the time, and like checking your KD and ADR. Oh my god, it's gone from like 67 to 63. Like shit, if I go any lower, it's 50 ADR and 50 ADR. Shit, it's like, bro, chill. Like just play. Like the best games, you'll notice you'll click tab. Like I had a game where I went like 22-1, and I was like clicking tab, and I noticed I was at 20-1, right? As soon as you like notice, like when you click tab and you notice you're at like 15-3, you'll be like, oh shit, 15-3, and you'll be thinking about it, and then you'll suddenly just go to like 17, and you'll just like, shit, like I wasted the game. It's because you're thinking too much about like your score, and you're being too selfish about it. It's like, just think about the game, just keep playing. Like it's nothing to do with like your kills or whatever. It's just that's not really like a real thing that matters, you know. Think about that after the game. Okay, if you keep getting like 10 kills a game, okay, you need to fix something. But while you're in the game, we're not thinking about that, okay. So thanks for watching, guys. Coaching down in the description, course down in the description. Put a lot of work into those for you guys, so check them out. Check out my other videos. I talk about a bunch of concepts like this. So I'll see you in the next one, fellas.